Hey everybody, Roland Smith here, Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance, of course. Got you with me out here on the trap line, December the 25th, so Merry Christmas. Got a little project going on this morning. Let me show you what we're doing. Gathering up a little bit of fresh, dry dirt. I've got 15 newly waxed traps, 5 of which I need in the ground this morning, or today. And normally I would have a 55-gallon drum of pre-sieved dirt for the season, but I'm running way behind, and that's not the case this year, so I'm having to gather it as I go. I'm just hoping that boulder is good and secure on the back side. I'm taking a lot of under support, but I need that right there nevertheless. But I wanted to make a quick video and kind of touch base with everybody this morning before I hit the line and start bedding some traps. But as I was getting ready to leave the house this morning, I was watching Reaper Malitia on YouTube, and he was talking about being paranoid somebody may be messing with his traps. Turns out it's not paranoia. They are messing with his traps. Now, I'll not use, or try not to use, no expletives. I've got children on my channel. But I can't really tell you how that sickens me. Words can't describe how bad that bothers me. It bothers my mind. It bothers me for him. That bothers me for me. If that makes any sense. But there's a catch-22 anytime you trap on public land. You have to conceal your traps from the animal and produce fur. That's tough enough in itself. But then you have to conceal your traps from those that like to aggravate, agitate, and steal. And there's really no foolproof method that you could use to keep that from happening as far as thieves are concerned. I don't know how it is in your area. I know how it is in my area. My buddies know I've trapped this. I've trapped this for 4 years, this area right here. They know I'm here. But still, I'm not impervious or ignorant to the fact that there are thieves out here as well as they are anywhere else. I do certain things to help ease my mind and make it a little harder for them, but there's no foolproof method or solution to the problem. You have to go into that trap bed area. You have to, whether it's to reset for a miss, a dispatch, to freshen up, or to release. First and foremost, the first thing that I do is I do things to my trap bed area with either with a tether cable or a chin stick that you can't see with the naked eye, that you have to glass from a distance. I always glass my traps from a distance if I have to get up in the back of my side-by-side or my four-wheel drive. I try to imagine in my mind. Now, if you catch a bobcat, bobcats usually, they'll hide. They'll hide on you. Coyote, they're not shy. They won't hide. They'll pump and pump and pump and jump and jerk and wallow. And in my mind, I try to imagine my trap bed area. If I were to roll around here, cruise around through there, and see a coyote jerking and jumping. Now, human nature, anybody is going to maybe take pictures, maybe make a video, maybe discuss it. Anybody with a moral compass. Those without a moral compass would shoot your coyote, your bobcat, take your catch, your trap, and all your gear and be gone. So if I can, in my mind's eye, my imagination, if I can see a coyote in that trap jerking, I'll move my trap on down or on around. And I'll glass everything from a distance. And when I have to go in to freshen up, to do a reset, to to dispatch anytime I have to go into ground zero. I know it's aggravating and I know it's a lot of work, but I'll go all the way around, keeping my tracks and myself and everything that I'm doing out of the naked eye. It's not foolproof. It's not. Because once they know your traps are there, once they find one, and if they've not got a moral compass, if they're a thief, they'll continue to sift and search. They'll be there every day. And there's a time frame there, a time gap, whether it's right after you leave or before you get there. But there's a time gap that can't be accounted for. You see what I'm saying? It's a catch-22. You've got to conceal from the animal to catch the animal. You've got to conceal from the thief to keep your stuff. And that's the way it is when you're trapping on public land. It's best to have a good relationship with your game warden, regardless if people say that's just being a suck-up or a cheese eater or a rat. Form you a good relationship with your game warden. Be straight with him. Carry on conversations with him. Be good to him. Abide the law, and he should be good to you. I'm not saying that he will be, but he should be. Form relationships with people around in the area that you're trapping. Glass everything from a distance. And if you have to go into that trap bed area, do not wear a path out back and forth to that same trap. Because if I'm a thief and I see you've got 500 steps out through there that you've traveled for a month, if I'm a thief, I'm going to say, well, what the world? Somebody been out through here 500 times. What are they doing? Go out there and they say, ooh, I hate a trapper. Snap your trap, throw it over in the bushes. Snap your trap, maybe take it with them. It's a catch-22. You worry yourself. First and foremost, glass from a distance. Chin sticks. I use chin sticks. Chin stick is just a little old stick that you sit next to the edge of your trap and you stick it in the ground. You can see that chin stick when you can't see nothing else. You can see that tether cable when you can't see nothing else. Especially if it's in a cubby. But there's really no foolproof way. There's things you can do. There's things that I do. I don't know your area. Like I said, I know my area. But there's things you can do that can help you, that they would have to have binoculars to see your area. See what I'm saying? Move up the stream. Move down the stream. See what I'm saying? I have walked up the creek to get to my traps, to keep anybody from seeing where I am. I have heard people coming and hid. See what I'm saying? And it's just the way it is. I mean, it is what it is. If you're on private land and you've got permission like Sonny Collins, you're in a good location. Because if you've got permission from the landowner and they don't, they're trespassing. They're the ones going to have to foot the bill. See what I'm saying? But trapping on public land, there's a catch-22. You're there, they're there. If they have no moral compass, your traps won't be there. Not long at all. But I hope this helped you some. I hate that they're messing with your traps, brother. Jimmy Rose, the guy that won America's Got Talent a few years back, real good fella, friend of mine, stole most of his traps. They wiped him clean about it. Game cameras in certain areas. You don't have to have your game camera right in somebody's face, but it kind of gives you an idea of if you've got a game cam, if it's a one-way in, one-way out deal, Or if it's a straight through line, you can put a game cam at the beginning and one at the end, and you can see who's been there. That's what my buddies do. They tell me who's up here, who they seen up here. That helps me. But like I said, there's no foolproof way to keep the agitators and aggravators and thieves off your line. There's no foolproof way. There's things and measures and steps you can take to make it harder on them, but that's about it. Glassing your traps from a distance, staying out of your trap bed area, going in only when you have to, and when you have to, go the long way around, even if it means going up the creek or up the stream. This is Roland Smith, Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. Let's head on out. I'm going to bed a few traps, take care of a few things. Didn't have nothing this morning. It's all good. There'll be days like that. Go far, stay longer. I'll catch you out in the field.